Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you my Seattle/Portland vacation, 50 Shades themed vacation haul and experience. I'm going to go through the haul as I talk through my experience because I find it like more fun that way to kind of see what I did in my adventure. So basically the main reason why I went there is because I have a friend who lives in the Seattle area, so I went to go visit her because she moved there like in April or May after she got married, so I went to see her and her husband. And basically the story behind her and her husband, I was kind of almost like the matchmaker, but not exactly, but I kind of like introduced them to each other. So yeah, that's that. So basically I saw them in the Seattle area, and it was also mine and Sean's 2-year anniversary, like coming up around that time that we wanted to go. So we celebrated that as well. And also Seattle is where 50 Shades of Grey was like written around. So I went there because of that, and also I went to Portland because of that. So basically we drove around almost 3 hours to Portland, which is not that bad because the scenery on the highway, like Highway 5, was actually really nice. So yeah, I just want to show you my experience haul, vacation, and also everything. I will write blog posts about each day of my vacation. I also have vlogs of my trip. You'll see them in like the videos up above here. You'll see like each day labeled. So yeah, so I want to show you just what I had planned. So basically this is my Seattle folder. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw me pick this or saw me tweet it. Basically this whole folder holds everything that I did for my trip. I didn't go to all the locations that I wanted to because of time constraints, and also we didn't feel like we really need to visit those places. Plus I did more than I expected in some areas, so I guess I kind of won in that way. I'm sorry that I'm kind of dressed like very casual today because I'm actually getting over a cold right now. I got sick, so on Thursday I got sick, so I've been recovering from a cold. So this is like my 4th day of being sick. So hopefully I don't sound or like look like death right now because I feel like death, but a lot better than death, I guess. But anyways, so here's my Seattle folder, and basically I labeled I made like tabs for like each day. Oh my god, you can't even see that. Hold on. You can kind of see it. So each day is labeled. I actually cut this out of the paper because if I put dividers in here, it wouldn't, it would stick out, and I didn't want that, so I literally cut like each tab and labeled it. I know I'm such like a nerd, but you know, I'm like an organized freak. But anyways, so basically the front one has the schedule of everything that we did, and basically on day, we planned to fly there on Thursday, but then it ended up we wanted to fly Friday morning, but Friday morning didn't work out, so we didn't fly until like 3 o'clock or on Friday, the 21st. So basically, by the time we got to Seattle, it was like nighttime, so we couldn't even do anything because it was like 12:30 there. So we basically had pizza and just talked to them at their apartment until like 2 in the morning, and then we just went to bed, and our next day was full. So the next day, which was the 22nd, which was a Saturday, it was called 50 Shades Day, which is part 1 of my 50 Shades experience. Sorry, my camera just like slowed down there for a second. Okay, so basically day 2 was 50 Shades Day Part 1, and basically we did everything in downtown Seattle that was like related to 50 Shades, which I was like friggin' like super excited about. I'm sorry if my video's kind of choppy because at the stop I once in a while because I have to blow my nose or cough because, you know, I'm sick. So basically what we did on the Saturday, I'm going to list off the places we went to, and if I did buy anything, I'll show you what I got. So we went to Escala, which is basically Christian Gray's apartment, which was freaking amazeballs, and you see that in part of my vlog. Okay, you see that in part. Oh my god! So you see that in part of my vlog that I actually got to film a bit of Escala, and the front door. Do you know how apartments they have the front door plus like the security like enter your code thing, and then they have another door? That other door was wide open. I could have easily walked in, but I had a camera, so I looked like a friggin' tourist. And I was so mad at myself because my opportunity to go inside and like see the staircase, at least see the lobby. Like I wrote in my 50 Shades vacation blog post. I'll put the link down below of like how to plan your own 50 Shades vacation type of thing. I'll put it in the down below. But I said, oh, I'm gonna try to get into the lobby. I had my opportunity, but I did not go. Like, what is wrong with me? I was just too busy filming. I didn't like think of it until after. Like, I had a wide open opportunity and I didn't go in. Like, boom. Anyways, so I'll insert a picture right now. So that picture is of me in front of the Escala sign. I'm like so freaking excited. I also have a picture of me hugging the building, which is here. Yeah, I did hug a Scala because that's the closest I'll ever get to Christian Grey. And yeah, be jealous because you should be jealous because I get to hug his building, but I didn't get to in his penthouse. But yeah, anyways, so I got to go to Scala, and then I went to Ralph's Grocery and Deli, which is basically the store that, the store that Miss Jones, the cook, buys some of the groceries from, but not everything, because I did get to go in the store. It's like a mini supermarket. It's not big. It's probably like the size of like, I don't know. It's probably the size of like a Toronto condo, like kind of like twice a Toronto condo. I don't know. It was not that big. I had like a deli area, I had a coffee area, I had a wine area, some groceries, but not a lot. Just basically like it's almost like a Rabba if you're in Canada. It's kind of like a Rabba, and like what do they have in the States? It's not exactly a 7-Eleven, but like it's like basically your convenience store, but like more upgraded. So we did that, and then we went to Pike Place Market. We went to the first Starbucks store, which is super exciting. And the reason why I went to Pike Place Market, obviously because it's Pike Place Market and you have to go if you're in Seattle, and because Anna lived in that general area. So yeah, we went to the first Starbucks store, which was really nice. You'll see, if you watch my vlog on day 2, you'll see clips of that, which is like friggin' amazeballs. And we forgot to go to the gum wall. I was so mad. I'm like, I wasn't like super mad because I'm just like, Starbucks is more important than gum to me. So we didn't get to go to the gum wall, which was kind of disappointing, but it's okay. It's just gum, like tons of gum stuck to a wall, which is kind of gross, but like kind of cool at the same time. Yeah. And next thing we went. So I finally figured out how to pronounce that body of water right by downtown Seattle. It's called Puget Sound. For like a long time, I called it Puget Sound because I had no idea, and my friends made fun of me because I couldn't pronounce it properly. So like for a good 3-4 days, they made fun of me because I couldn't pronounce it right. But it's Puget Sound. Thank you to my subscriber who corrected me because I had no idea how to pronounce it, and I didn't want to sound like an idiot, but I did sound like an idiot, so now I know it's Puget Sound. So I planned to go on the harbor cruise around the thing for like an hour, but that didn't work out because it was kind of like far from where we wanted to go, and also we were on a time constraint. So we didn't go see that, but I did get to see it from the Columbia Tower, which is the next thing we saw. Columbia Tower was like amazing. The admission price for students is $6 and for adults is $9, which is super cheap compared to the Space Needle. Like the Space Needle is not even as tall as Columbia Tower. Columbia Tower is actually the largest, one of the largest skyscrapers on the west coast of the States. But basically, it's the highest observatory view of any city in the West Coast area, which is amazing. So basically, we got to go on there, and if you saw my vlog, I actually filmed the whole entire, like, it's not a 360 view of downtown Seattle, but it's like a good amount, like, it's almost close to 360. But it was a beautiful view. Like, you saw, like, the sound just looks so pretty. You get to see a Scala. You saw, like, Pike Place Market. Like, literally, you feel like you're in the sky. Like, it's gorgeous. And when you look at the building from outside, and if you saw, like, the Dark Knight, it looks like Wayne Enterprise building or something that the Batman would live in or something. Like, it's because it's just a black building. Like, it looks like black steel, and it's just looks so powerful. And, like, I was thinking, like, I wonder if, like, Christian Grey would work here. But then again, I was thinking his building's only, like, 20 floors, so it's not like it would be that high. Because the observatory view we went on was on the 73rd floor, and the club that Christian Grey would have would be on the 76th floor, which is basically, there is a 76th floor in this building, but it's members only to the, I don't know what the club's called, but maybe Columbia Club or something like that, but it's members only on that floor, so we couldn't go on there. But yeah, we had to take 2 elevators to get up there. It was like one that took us to like the 30th floor or something, and then we take one all the way to the 73rd floor, which is where the observatory tower was, which was really nice. There's also a washroom up there, so if you need to go to the washroom, then go. I don't know why I just said that, but I needed to go at that time, so luckily there was a washroom. I didn't have to like go find one somewhere. But yeah, so we did the Columbia Tower, which was really cool because I found out that it was cheaper than the Space Needle, so I'm like, I had to do it if it's cheaper than the Space Needle. Like, it's given, right? The next thing we saw was the Seattle Public Library. I know it sounds random that I want to see a library, but if you see this library, you'll know why. I'll insert a picture right now. So those pictures are just some of the stuff in the library. I also filmed in my blog as well. There's a floor in the library there's several floors in the library, and especially one specific floor. It was made of like just sheets of metal, like just squares of metal, like all over the floor. And I thought that was so cool. Also, there's some specific parts of the library that was wooden floors, but they were like refurbished wood or like wood that were scraps, and they actually like put them down. And another picture you just saw earlier that I put, it's the 4th floor, which is the meeting room floor, and it's like basically the red ribbon paint. Like literally everything was red. It was crazy because you go in there, you're just like, I feel like I'm in a womb or something. It was just crazy. And that library, you just saw like the architecture of it, and it's just so gorgeous. So that's why I had to go. It's not part of the book, but I saw like I looked for places to check out in Seattle, and that came on the list, so I had to go see it. Like if you saw my vlog, you'll know why I saw it, because it's like freaking amazing. Next thing I saw was the Fairmont Olympic Hotel, which is basically one of the hotels that they stayed at in the book. I didn't get to go in. I could have went into the lobby if I wanted to, but I didn't really want to, so I just took a picture of the outside of the building. And E.L. James, when she came to Seattle for the book signing, which was actually on the exact same day, so the 22nd of September, she stayed in that hotel. So I knew she stayed at that hotel because obviously it's in the book, so you have to go stay there. And also because she tweeted it that she's like, oh, thank you for the nice stay kind of thing, and it had like the Fairmont Olympic Hotel sign. So I'm like, see, I knew it. Exactly, I know. And the entire day when I noticed when I checked my Twitter back at the end of the day, she was in downtown Seattle at the exact same time as me. Like we literally almost went on the exact same tour. Like she went to Pike Place Market, she went to Escala. I don't know where else she went, but she basically went to those 2 places, and it's so funny because like we were almost in the exact same place at the exact same time, but we never like ran into each other. Because I saw her pictures of Escala, and I think she saw it a few hours before I did, or a few hours after. I'm not sure exactly, but she got to go in the penthouse suite and took views of the penthouse. She also went on the roof and the wine cellar. So if you follow her on Twitter, you'll see her pictures. But I'm like, oh my god, we literally could have ran into each other. And obviously she got to see the penthouse because, you know, it's E.L. James, and if you're going to write about Escala, then you get to go to Escala. Maybe I should write a book about Escala, and then I'll be able to go in. Maybe. That'd be a smart idea. But anyways, I'm glad I actually got to go visit those places before the movie came out, because I have a feeling after the movie comes out, it's going to be like crazy touristy and like crazy crowds everywhere, so I wanted to beat the crowd, so I went on my 50 Shades thing before everyone else did. So that's that. So that was day 2, and I didn't buy anything on day 2, besides food. Yeah. And for food-wise, on that day, for breakfast, we went to a place called Marché. It was right in the Pike Place Market area, and it had really good food. They had amazing sausage. I think it was like some spinach sausage or something, but it tasted amazing. And another thing that was really interesting, I'll insert a picture right now. Like, who writes that? That was in the restaurant. I was like, I have to take a picture of this, which was so funny. But I understand, like, why they would write that, because, you know, you don't want people, like, on their phones when they should be, like, talking with their friends or whatever, right? But I thought that was funny, so I had to insert that.